Here we go again. So we're doing another exposed video, and for most years, going back for quite a while, you'll find that the top selling dog food company is Pedigree. So we did Baker's last week, we've done Pedigree this week. Pedigree is yellow, Baker's is the blue bag. The reason behind their astonishing sales is basically amazing sales tactics and a really cheap selling point. So let's dive straight in, like I did with the Baker's food. We went straight in at the puppy foods. We will start from there. So they state that this food is a complete food for puppies into adulthood. Note that they were careful not to provide the adult age like Baker's did. Also says it's suitable for pregnant and lactating females. Well, let's have a look at the ingredients and then I'll be the judge of that. So Pedigree have employed a really sneaky tactic where they don't tell you the exact ingredients that are in the food that you've got in your hand. They tell you what's in the food, but they don't tell you the percentages. They only tell you the good bits and what they have to by law. So cereals is the first thing on the list, which we all know is bad. And they specify that 4% is rice. They don't tell you what the full percentage is, only that 4% of the whole cereals percentage is rice. So this could be 50% and 4% of that 50% is rice, but they don't tell you the full amount. Next is that wonderful phrase, meat and animal derivatives, of which 14% is chicken. Again, they don't give you the full percentage, they only give you the fact that 14% of the full amount is chicken. So the percentage is higher than Baker's, but it is all derivatives. All crap. Next we have oils and fats. Now oils and fats are an essential part of any diet and aid in healthy coat. Pedigree has 0.25 fish oils, 0.2 sunflower oil, so that's 0.45 in total. Was there any point in putting that in? Really? Now we come to the so-called vegetables, where we have the derivatives of a vegetable origin. So not vegetables. We know these aren't vegetables. We went through this with the Baker's video. They could be more grain or even MSG, which we know to be addictive. We've also put in a vegetable protein extract, so more of the same rubbish, just for good measure. So currently, I have a total percentage of 22.95 that they have divulged as to exactly what their percentage is, which means I'm left guessing as to what the rest of the food is actually made up of. This is not good at all, and most people will go off the numbers that they've seen, think that this food is better than it is. It isn't. It is super sneaky tactic, and it's really dodging the important information that the owners need. The owners need to know what is in the dog food, and if they're leaving all of this information out, then please don't buy the food. It just... why? Just why? So the next one we did was an adult recipe. So the first ingredient again is a cereal. It's never a good sign if they haven't specified the exact percentage, so it's not a great start. Next again is meat and animal derivatives, 20% in total, of which 4% is chicken. So it's the same makeup as Baker's, oddly. Oils and fats, and they only mention 0.4 sunflower oil this time. Derivatives of a vegetable origin. We all know what that means. And then they actually said 4% carrot in the orange kibble and 4% peas in the green kibble. So again, this only amounts to 28.4% of the entire recipe that has been given. The fact that there's coloured kibble pieces would also worry me as well. They haven't mentioned that there are artificial colours or flavourings, but knowing that this has been part of their recipe in the past, has been part of bakers' recipes in the past, and knowing that these colours and additives lead to behavioural issues, health issues, would have me wondering if there is in fact colorants within these recipes. But they've left them out, which is obviously convenient. So the same as bakers, Pedigree do a small food but not a large dog food. So top of the list again is cereals, but there's no percentage. So you don't know how much of that food is a cereal. Next is meat and animal derivatives, and only 4% beef is mentioned. Then we've got your oils, and 0.5 sunflower oils is mentioned. Next we have derivatives of vegetable origin, again 2% beet pulp, which is another cheap fibrous ingredient found in many foods. Now this next long word, sodium tripolyphosphate, which they are saying is an active ingredient across their kibble. Sodium tripolyphosphate, also called STPP or E451, has an E number, is added to dog foods as a preservative to help moist foods retain moisture so that they appear fresher for longer. Although STPP is generally recognised as safe, it has been listed by the US National Institute for Occupational Safety and Health as a possible neurotoxin. Neurotoxin being something that affects your brain. It is widely recognised as a mild skin irritant as well. We therefore recommend steering clear of foods containing STPP, especially if your dog is prone to skin problems. This is in a dog food, and it's sold thousands, it's sold millions. This is not right. This is a known neurotoxin, possible neurotoxin, known for creating skin issues in dogs, and they are selling out time and time again, all because it's cheap. But they're putting this in foods because it is cheap. I don't get it. Vegetable protein extracts are next, and we know vegetable proteins are nutritionally inferior to those found in meat. Common sources of vegetable proteins include soya, maize and wheat, which have all been linked to dietary intolerance and should be avoided with those dogs with sensitivities. Some nutritionists have also speculated that vegetable protein extracts might also be a pseudonym for MSG, or monosodium glutamate, which is a controversial food additive that some believe may be mildly addictive. So not only are we putting things in your dog food that may be affecting your dog's brain, your dog's skin, but we're now also making the food addictive and making your dog intolerant to the food. But it's fine because we're selling it at a really cheap price, so why not buy it as a bargain? It's ridiculous. 4% carrot in the orange kibble, and then 4% peas in the green kibble. Then, next on the list is colorant. They've managed to put it in their ingredients on this food, but they didn't in the previous food. They are using additives and colours in this food, and it's safe to assume that the other recipes with the green and orange veg kibble are doing the same thing. So, most foods have moved away from using colours and additives in their food because they know it's unsafe for dogs to consume. So they've just removed it completely, or they've used an alternative from a natural source. These cheaper companies, crazily, the ones that are still able to bring in millions a year, are not. They are using shit stuff which is making your dogs ill, and yet you still buy it. Please watch this video. Next we have a mixer, a Pedigree mixer. Cereal is the first ingredient on the list and has specified 4% of it as whole wheat. Meat and animal derivatives are next, oils and fats, minerals, and then antioxidants. This recipe is used if you mix your dog's food with wet food. Honestly, looking at this, you will need to mix it with something because it's really not worth them eating. Now, I've mentioned in the last baker's video that senior recipes need joint supplements added into the recipe. That, in my personal opinion, it is a must for senior dogs to have that help from their food. Their daily food that they get should have supplements in them to help them move around. Why would you not put that in your dog food? So let's see if Pedigree can at least do that. No. No joint aids at all. Cereals are first on the list again. Meat and animal derivatives next at 22%, with only 4% of that recognised as chicken. Oils and fats are the next one, which includes sunflower oil at 0.4%. It would have been better with fish oils, so I don't know why they didn't do that. Guess sunflower is cheaper. Then we got derivatives of a vegetable origin. Minerals, and then orange and green kibbles again, so safe to assume that there is colorants in this recipe too. So we're giving colorants to seniors now, which is baffling. Again, I'm quite honestly surprised and disappointed. Again, I don't know why. I thought they would be better, but it's the biggest company with the biggest sales in dog food. And it's basically an amazing it's an amazing sales tactic that thousands of people day in day out are buying into. It is a horrible food. It still has additives and colorants in, which I've just shown you straight from their website. The protein levels are ridiculous, and the senior recipe still doesn't have any kind of joint support. So if your dog has Pedigree, please change. Please change. Share this video far and wide. This needs to be known. Please, just Facebook, anywhere you like. Spread to those who feed their dog so that they can get their dog off of this rubbish, and we can sort out this brand of dog food and hopefully get it off the shelves. As always, I'll be making more of these videos. So please don't forget to like and subscribe, hit that bell button if you want to make sure you're first on the list to get any new videos headed your way. And I will see you in the next video.